Welcome back to another Alien vs. Predator video today. Today we are on to the next mission of the Predator campaign. So we're going to go ahead and go into the refinery here. And as usual, of course, we're on Nightmare difficulty, nothing less. Always Nightmare around here. We're going to be going through all three of the campaigns, doing every single mission. I'm kind of nervous about the Marine one. That one's really intense as the aliens are very lethal, but the Marine weapons are good as well. So right from the get-go when you begin this mission, honestly, these guys, they tend to be distracted when you're running by. They seem to pay attention more to their radar than they do to you. So what I would recommend is distracting this guy away so that he's not walking in your direction, and then just make a quick sprint past these guys, and sure, they might start shooting, but they're going to be really inaccurate as long as you have your cloak on. And then you're going to go under the bridge, so you don't even need to fight those guys at all, and you're going to go up this way towards the objective marker. Now our objective here is to drain a power node to turn the electricity off above the buildings so that we can go on the roof. Now there's two Marines that are going to be right here. You don't even need to bother with them. You can skip them completely, and you're going to want to do this quickly before those two Marines end up wandering over here. So I would recommend that you go on to this part right here. That way you can keep an eye on them, and eventually the guy on the left will space out, giving you an opportunity to get the guy at the back, which is great. I should be able to grab this guy without getting any sort of attention as he'll continue on his path. And like I said, do this as quickly as possible so that you can beat the other two Marines from coming here. Otherwise you're going to have to wait and deal with them, and it's just going to be way more of a hassle in a fight that you do not need to make happen at all. So after you drain this power node, basically you're going to want to just go ahead and get back on the hill here, and then you're going to be able to jump to the location where you can get onto the roof. It is just above where you were there with the Marines. Yeah, and then basically you're going to head on up onto the roof here, and you're going to just smash a turret, and then it will cause a crane to come up towards you, to which you're going to hop on and take the ride down. But there's going to be Marines right when you arrive at the bottom, and it is one of those skippable moments where you don't really have to fight at all. Basically you can take the crane ride up there, or down there I should say, and then once you do get there, the four Marines or whatever are going to space out, and I would recommend that you just run right into the room, and then from there you're able to go down a little pipe that is in the room ahead. It's on the left hand side, and then you don't need to worry about this fight at all. Otherwise it's just annoying. On Nightmare mode I would avoid fighting as much as possible if you can, because if you die you restart all over again. So from here what I would do is just distract the guy at the back. If he's not moving right away, just get him a little farther away from the door, and then we're just going to jump down and get right into the room here. We're going to avoid these guys. The shotgun is a one shot if you're too close. It's absolutely insane on Nightmare. Just definitely skip these guys as much as you can. So we're going to go down and get to the next part here. Now there's going to be xenomorphs coming up after we jump up this little elevator system. Be careful when you are jumping up, because that will kill you if you get crushed by it. That would suck, and you'd have to get over here again. Only a couple minutes work though, so not so bad. But you get up to the second floor. I used to go up to the third, I don't know why, but go down to the second, and you're able to just make a little bunny hop right here, and then we're on to the next part. Now there's going to be a bunch of Marines in this room. I would get right on top of this tractor sled thing, whatever it is, and just kind of observe. You can listen to their conversation, but what I would recommend is just skipping right past it completely, because once you move forward, aliens will begin to spawn and try to grab it at the ground, pull Marines from the rooftop. Kind of cool to watch. And then you're at this area where you kind of have to do a constant left-right turning system. There's going to be aliens in the room which you don't even need to fight. Make a little jump here, and then just continue onwards as you would towards your objective marker, and you skip so much conflict in that area, it's not even funny. And same with this part too. You can completely ignore the aliens trying to get you, as once you progress forward here, they will not pursue you any longer. So what you can see here is the work of some Marines that have destroyed the matriarch queen, and basically if you do the Marine campaign you get to do it yourself, and it's quite interesting. The facehuggers are terrifying. They get you constantly, but right now we need to go ahead and get to this young blood here that is passed, and we're going to destroy him, get rid of his evidence of ever being here, and then we're going to try to escape the refinery. And up ahead there's going to be a great handful of xenomorphs, and basically what we're going to end up doing is getting to a tunnel where there is fire, and above the tunnel, like at the top of it I should say, on the roof part, there is a sprinkler system that you need to destroy. Now you're given the throwing disc. Now that you've looted this young blood, don't forget to grab your trophy belts along the way, but basically jump down this hole, and then we're going to go immediately over to where the fire is and engage that system. It is about 30 to 35 seconds that you need to survive. this xenomorph wave here, what I would recommend is just fighting as little as possible, because there's so many, you'll get overwhelmed very quickly. So I would recommend that you just take your time, space out, and just try to kill those 30 seconds. They're going to feel a lot longer than that for some reason. This part always feels super long, but then after that you're able to progress through the tunnel and not have to do any real combat at all. This mission's got some pretty good skips in it where you don't really have to fight, which is nice given Nightmare's unforgiving, and having to restart missions sucks. Upcoming next is the Ruins mission, and I'm sure I'm going to fail that a good handful of times with that big alien fight. So we're going to see how that goes too, and it's nice that you can stomp these guys on the ground to get them off you. You got to watch the ground ones. And now that these 30 seconds have passed, the sprinkler system has engaged and the fire is out. So now you're able to just continue onwards and make your escape out of the refinery. Grab the trophy belt there if you want, and then just avoid these guys, and out you go. Another mission in the books, Nightmare mode done. On to the refinery next, and I will see you in the next one.